What's up, everybody? I'm Lou, and I got a movie review for you. Now, normally, I don't mention westerns. They come off as boring to some people, and that's understandable. Unless it's one of the popular ones, such as Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, somewhere along the lines of those. But this one is a horror western, and I think you'll like it. And if anything, you'll definitely recognize the cast. So it's called Bone Tomahawk. It came out around 2015. And it's a 2 hour long movie, but honestly, it doesn't feel like 2 hours long. It's kind of going pretty quick. So it's a simple setup. It's about this small time sheriff and his town that gets raided by what he thinks are Native Americans. They're not. Actually, one of the Native Americans that are stationed there at this town tell him, no, it's actually troglodytes, which are cave dwellers. And worse, they're cannibals. They eat people. And they kidnap a few people from this town and drag them back to their cave dwellings. So obviously he has to kind of get a posse, a team going of volunteers. And like I said, it's an elaborate cast. So the sheriff is played by Kurt Russell. None other than the Kurt Russell, which is awesome. Seeing him in old Western setup. He was made for this. You got Patrick Wilson from The Conjuring fame, David Arquette, Richard Jenkins. Like I said, it's an awesome cast. The setting, like I said, it's Western, I would say maybe 1800s kind of feel. Not sure the exact era this takes place, but definitely Wild West. And yeah, what happens is it starts off as like your typical Western, but it ventures into that horror territory. This definitely blends the two genres together really well, horror and Western, and they just kind of meld it together perfectly. Like I said, the setting, it goes from like that Wild West feel, the grittiness of that, to violence and gore, and we get all that, throughout the movie. It's great pacing. Like I said, yes, it's 2 hours, but, when you watch like Avengers Endgame, which is almost like a 3 hour long movie, it doesn't quite feel like that. So this kind of keeps you engaged. And yeah, like I said, setting, the cast, the director, Craig Zoller, he did a Puppet Master movie not too long ago. That's really all I know him from. He's a novelist too. He's done other stuff, but I thought this was great direction by him. And what's cool is because it's a Western, so back in the day, spaghetti westerns made in Italy, they did have, some of them were like kind of like a gothic undertone. They had like their own subgenre of like gothic westerns, cowboy westerns with kind of horror elements. But this, like I said, blends those two together. I definitely recommend it. You can watch it on Tubi and Pluto. And, if you want to try something different than your normal horror movie play, then definitely check out Bone Tomahawk. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.